Welcome learners. Are you someone who tries to capture previews of your photographs and at different viewing angles? What you try to do is, let's say this image is not good. You would go back, take the camera and shoot it again. Well, that's exactly where I'm going to take you through, wherein in this session, how you have clicked the image, you will see it as a preview. I'm going to talk about the internal storage where the image was saved. We'll read it from there, show it to our user. If he wants to discard it, let him do so because our app is user friendly. Let's try to do this in a present session wherein I'm going to talk about how to do image previews. Let's get started. Let's start with the blueprint for our video, wherein over here, once you click on this particular button, I'm going to show a new screen, and this would be an area where your user can see the image preview, followed by two buttons, discard, which will be placed right below the image, and over here an OK button. Discard will delete the current image as because your user is discarding it. OK will simply go back and allow you to click another image. Well, let's try and understand how you can have this particular design. Heading over to my lib directory, in my camera, I'm going to click new Dart file and create display camera preview screen as a new class file. Class display camera preview screen extends a stateless widget, and I'll take the missing override. Because it's a new screen, I'll return my scaffold, wherein at the center of the screen I'll display the image. But do I have the image path? Let's say we create a constructor variable, and then while we are going to call the screen, I'll make this with required, which means this variable now is a mandatory variable. Now at the center, I'm going to display the image file. So this is the same file class which we have used for storing it. Now it will display your image. Well, this is good until we have the image preview. For our buttons, I'll go to the bottommost part of the screen and create a row. Row will have children, wherein one will be a filled button, that is the left side button, and I'll put the text as discard. When we press this button, your image shall get deleted. So what I'll try and do is, over here I'll try to have the file, and then I'll do file.delete. Now when I keep a mouse on this, it says that it's a future function. Hence I'll make this as async and then use an await. That's because this file operation can take 1 or 2 milliseconds or even 1 to 2 seconds depending upon your device. Let's try with the help of await keyword to wait until the deletion finishes. Next, I'll copy this, paste it and make one elevated button that basically says OK. Now what we're going to do is this display camera preview screen, I'm going to call it here, that's as usual my navigator dot push, wherein I have my material page route, and it would now be going to the display camera preview screen. Did you notice it has this image path that is one of the mandatory variables here, and this image path is basically my camera image path. I have renamed it in order to avoid confusion in between the two variables. What I'll next do is one round of hot reload, and then I'll try to see if I'm able to go into this preview screen. Well, that's my device. And do you notice the discard and the OK buttons? Well, they are placed at one particular corner. What I want to have your attention is on this particular time duration where I've clicked the image. Let me go onto the device manager, open in Device Explorer, data. Inside the children data, I'm going to search for my package name, Hoping Minds. Inside the app Flutter directory, yes, I do see the image, but I say it's not a good one. Hence, going to the device, now I'll try to do one discard. Now, once I do synchronize over here, did you notice the image got deleted and hence discarded? Well, in this scenario, you should have gone back to the previous screen. That's exactly where now after the delete is being complete, I'm going to do navigator dot pop. What's a pop? If you're trying to do a push operation, you get to a new screen. If you do a pop operation, you go back to the previous screen from where you had come. That's exactly how stacks behave. Push adds a new entry, pop removes the previous entry. In fact, the latest entry into the stack. What I'll now do is copy this, put it here also. That's because over here we have the OK button, wherein once you click on it, you will be going back to the previous screen. Let's try now running our app from the very beginning to test if this particular scenario works well or not. So here's my camera. I'm going to take one image, then I'll do OK. So next I can click yet another image and then click on discard. Now when I go into my Explorer window, try to do open Explorer, and inside data search for Hoping Minds, and it should show me just one image to be there in the storage. Well, that's exactly where we wanted to head towards. Hopefully that displaying preview was able to satisfy to you that your images are being saved, and also you can set up discard and save controls into your images. We also got to know how internal storages are important because it kind of gives privacy to your files, and then you can try to push this image into gallery where it becomes accessible to the other apps. In the next section, we're going to talk about more on the camera, but for that, you need to stay tuned and keep learning with open minds.